Ladies and gentlemen, g'day. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Economics, mate. This is WOT Blitz, and this is the Chieftain Mk. I'm going to go very briefly talk about the statistics on this tank. I think it is one of the best tier 10 heavy tanks. It really is. I mean, people gave it a lot of slack when Wargaming removed the premium ammunition as a standard APCR round and gave it HESH. But because it's got HESH, it's really, really versatile now. It means that you can deal and dish out quite a bit amount of damage. Now, yes, the pramo on it, removing the pramo, yes, it's sort of, removed that aspect of actually being able to pen, sort of targets and whatnot. But let's say I'm going to fire this thing with HESH. I'm able to pen the front of another Chieftain Mk on the lower plate with, of course, the HESH rounds, which is fantastic. And I can also pen the top of that cupola there, which is great. As you can see, the Chieftain Mk has a very nice amount of armor, especially when using its full 10 degrees of gun depression. When you're facing a Chieftain Mk like this, the best place to hit is obviously going to be this little area here, right there. And, of course, the top of the turret and this area here. Yes, it's not really easy to hit, but if you're lucky, you will be able to penetrate, of course. So, if you're running this thing with gun rammer and you're running this thing with full T provisions, you're going to be able to get roughly around 3,099 DPM, which is fantastic. It's a 7.74 second reload. Your penetration on your standard AP rounds is 255 mils. On your premium HESH, you're getting about 200 mils of pen. And of course, on your standard HESH, you're getting 80 mils. Now, of course, if you're running this thing with calibrated shells, if we go back up there, if we're running it with calibrated shells, as you can see, the DPM goes down to 2,944 on your standard AP rounds, but it means you get 275 mils of AP pen. Personally, I would run this tank with calibrated shells. That way, you have that increased amount of pen on your AP rounds, and of course on your HESH, you're getting 216 mils, which is very lovely indeed. Now on your standard rounds, on your standard HESH rounds, you're getting 86 mils, so it's quite nice indeed. The damage is 400 on your AP, so it's quite nice. And then, of course, you have 470 on your premium HESH, and on your standard HESH, you're doing 515. So this tank really is fantastic by any stretch of the imagination. The aim time is 2.9 seconds, 2.09 seconds, which is fabulous. It is a very beautiful gun. 0.308 dispersion, which is fantastic, and it is a 120mm gun. It is a fantastic gun. I believe it has 10 degrees of gun depression. Yes, it does. 10 degrees of gun depression. I'm going to show you a masterclass in this tank by two of my good friends. So stay tuned. So here we are watching my good friend I Love Lettuce, aka Mayo, aka Ren. They like to change their name a lot. Playing on Lagoon. And of course, they are playing in their Chieftain Mk. Specifically, the Chieftain Mk with, of course, the funky British camouflage, which I quite like. Really does showcase their pure Britishness. Yes, very, very nice indeed. Now, this tank, as I said, is quite versatile now. Having those HESH rounds really does bring out this tank's proper ability to make it, honestly, brutal on the battlefield. If you really know how to use this tank to its full potential, honestly, you won't have any troubles outperforming every other tank in its tier. Now, on Lagoon, I'm going to pause the replay here, okay? I'm going to implement what I was doing before in the 114 replay that you may or may not have seen. On Lagoon, there are two areas that people can obviously go. Now, if you're a heavy tank and a tank destroyer, usually going towards the A cap is seen as optional or optimal, because there's plenty of areas where you can peek-a-boom. There's plenty of areas that you can go up here on the hill and use your gun depression to basically spot those enemy tanks that are coming in through there, that are, towards that area, the left side of the A cap. And it can really be an effective position. Now, you'll notice that Love Lettuce, I love lamp, I love lettuce, has just come up against the Foch 155. get a beautiful shot into the bottom of the lower plate. And obviously they are using tungsten shells, which is something I forgot to mention. This tank has tungsten shells, which means because it's if you're running it with, you know, the what do you call it, the consumable, the premium consumable, delivery system, which is like the last sort of equipment slot that you can do, you can fully utilize that tungsten shell to its full advantage. Now, they did get a shot, but I believe it was like a HE shot, so it didn't pen from that VK. But they're on 1,304 damage. Now you can see they have just penned that VK on the side there, that little side armor there, with Hesh, because he was over-angling. That's a great 500 plus alpha shot there. Beautiful. 375, there you go, into the FV215B103. Now notice how they're picking their targets. They're picking their targets. They're being very, very sneaky in how they're doing it. Okay, well, the GrandMcLegend just got a shot onto the sides of the Chieftain. Now, do keep in mind, the sides of the Chieftain is not very strong. It isn't very strong. You can't really... you can technically side scrape in it, but I wouldn't advise doing so. Beautiful shot there, 430 alpha shot there. Capping base A is exactly what you want to do. Now, GrandMcLegend is making their way around. Now, remember what I was saying about, obviously, the two sides where you can pick. Now, medium tanks typically go... Medium lights typically go towards the C cap. Beautiful shot there. See, this is what happens when you switch to your with your Hesh rounds. You can dish out a beautiful amount of damage. Now the GrandMcLegend there is doing a very big mistake. He's angling. Now he's got a pike nose. Most of his armor is obviously situated, you know, in that pike nose position, and the tank is not good when you're driving it, you know, in a sort of flat terrain. You need to play it hull down. Now, beautiful shot there, obviously switching to the Hesh to shoot that Caro, already up to 4,600 damage. Truly, truly a good thing. It also helped that a lot of the tanks didn't really fire at Lettuce, which was, to their advantage, which is good. But there you go. Beautiful. 1 kill, 5,119 damage. Beautiful indeed. The true showcase of how to play the Chieftain Mk. And showcase its versatility as well. It really is a very versatile tank indeed. There it is. That's the raw camouflage. Notice how it was a mastery second class. Confederate metal, obviously. High caliber. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And a ton of credits as well, because this is basically an enriched tank. Yes, any T10 premium tank that's now become a collector was never really a premium. It was just an enriched tank. That's technically what it is. So it does make better credits than a normal, standard, tech tree tank, but nonetheless. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sending that replay in. Now, we're going to see another masterclass. Now, this is a true masterclass as well. This was a masterclass, but now this is even more of a masterclass. Are you ready? We are watching Trap Melon. Of course we are. Of course. How can we not feature a British tank and not talk about Trap Melon? I mean, come on. Good old Trappy McTrapperson in his Chieftain Mk playing on Oasis Palms. And boy, oh boy, I promise you this replay is going to be chef's kiss. Don't get me wrong. I love Lettuce. Look, we all love you, okay? You are the true British compadre. But Trap is the GOAT. He really is. He's going to showcase to us now why he is the GOAT. Are you ready? Here we go. Now, he's running tungsten shells as well. So he's running basically the same provisions, the same consumables, I should say, as, of course, I Love Lettuce. And, of course, he's got the Hesh gun. He's got the Hesh ready to go. Now, the Batchat, he's got to be careful because the Batchat is running Spore Liner. I had a feeling they were running Spore Liner. Very rightfully so. Very, very good strategy there with the Batchat. That's something I need to actually make a video. Oh, that was... Hold on, I didn't even notice that shot into the T100 LT. Lucky. Very, very lucky there. Oh, very unlucky there. So, yeah, unfortunately, Trap was not able to pen the bottom turret area of the FV215B. But he gets a beautiful Hesh shell into the side of that T95E6. Fantastic showmanship there. Clearly showcasing how accurate this gun is. Honestly, look, here we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Into the side armor. Again, utilizing that Hesh utilizing that pen and making the best of it. That's exactly what you need to do with this tank. Very interesting position though. Very interesting position. Was not expecting to see Trap in this position. I would have expected. I'm going to pause the video right here. Okay, this is again a bit of strategic talking, right? So the position Trap has taken here is very interesting indeed. Now on Oasis Palms, a lot of the time heavy tanks would go towards that C cap over there, or you know where the base cap is, more further on, like to the right where the hill is, or through the town. So it's interesting to see, because you can notice there's an E100 there's a mouse, there's a T100 LT, right? And then obviously on his team, you can see the E100 and the 114 SP2, obviously in that area there. So very interesting to see that Trap is actually pushed this area here, where typically there's medium and light tanks. But obviously, as you saw, that T95 E6, which is essentially a medium tank. Let's face it, this thing is not a heavy tank, it's a medium tank. Has obviously pushed with the STB, and I believe the enemy Batchation. Now, notice how the Minotauro has pushed way too hard where the mountainous areas is, alongside the Kampfpanzer 50T. Not ideal for the Minnow, I'll be honest with you, not ideal. The Minnow is basically a heavy tank. Like, it shouldn't be. He shouldn't have gone all the way down there because he's bleeding a lot of hit points. That STB is most likely going to kill him. I haven't watched the full video yet, so I can't tell you, but I guarantee you that STB is going to kill the Minotauro, you know, just by looking at it. But this position is fantastic for the Chieftain because it's got 10 degrees of gun depression, because it's actually quite mobile, and because it's got the hash. It means he can get a lot of side shots onto those tanks that are over there. So let's continue the replay and see what happens. Alrighty, so as suspected, the STB does kill the Minotauro, but the E100 does kill the other E100, which is unfortunate. So now they're on a 5 versus 6 situation. Now the T95E6 has decided to move along here. Beautiful 530 alpha shot into the side of that T95E6. Now do keep in mind that these two tanks basically have very similar DPM if they're running just normal AP shells, but because of the hash, mate, I'm telling you, the hash is king. The hash is what's going to give you well over 3,000 DPM if you use it correctly. Now, notice how I was saying about those side shots. There you go, he's getting perfect side shots there. Now, the STB is actually on very low health, which means hopefully the Kampfpanzer can kill him. If not, then obviously Trap is going to have to, you know, help out and try his level best to make things work. Another beautiful hash round into the E100 side of the side of the turret. He's already up to 4,347 damage, 1 kill. I'm sure there's going to be plenty to see. There's still plenty of tanks available. It's a 4 versus 4. That mouse is on full hit points, so he's going to take full advantage of that. Shot beautiful into the lower plate. Exactly what you need. He's going to have to move along now because the tanks are going to actually try to find him. Another amazing shot into the lower plate. Like, that just showcases how good the accuracy is on this gun. That 2.09 second aim time really does help. It really, really helps. And of course, the 0.30 dispersion is fantastic as well. Now, the Kampfpanzer has yet to kill the STB, and the STB has yet to kill the Kampfpanzer. But it is a 2 versus 4 situation. But the Kampfpanzer is literally a one-shot. Anyone can just breathe on him with HE, and he's dead. So he needs to be very, very wary. Now, interesting positioning here from the Chieftain, from, of course, our good compadre. Now, notice how he hasn't used his tungsten shell yet. I haven't seen him use tungsten yet. I could be wrong. Maybe I was just blind. Anyway, he uses the hash to get rid of the STB, which is great. So it puts it down to a 2 versus 3 situation. The FV is coming. He's going to switch to the AP. Very smart. He should have used tungsten there, just to sort of guarantee that he can do a bit more damage. But I noticed that he didn't use it because I think he's saving it in a tricky situation. Notice how he's a one-shot. Can he get a shot in? Beautiful. The Kampfpanzer 50T comes in clutch there, killing the FV before he gets a shot. I'm assuming with hash. Fantastic teamwork there. Good on you, mates. 6,326 damage. The mouse is being depleted. Beautiful, beautiful teamwork here. Come on, Kampfpanzer. Get a shot into the mouse while he's distracted. Beautiful conservation of hit points as well by Trap Melon. That's exactly what you need to do. If you want to know how to win games like this and get big damage games, you need to preserve your hit points and be very smart with how you do it. Look at that, 7,600 damage. There's still the E100 left. I'm pretty sure the E100 trap is like, please let me. I'm on 7.7k damage. Let me. To be fair to the Kampfpanzer, I doubt he's going to be able to do anything because the E100 just needs to breathe on him and he's dead. So, yeah, good luck with that, mate. Hopefully the Kampfpanzer actually respects Trap's wishes, and we see possibly an 8k damage by our good friend Trapmelon. So let's have a look. He's making his way around here, past the fallen down tree. There is the E100. Oh my god, all of the damages are going to be for Trap. Hopefully the Kampfpanzer respects him. Here we go. Oh, beautiful shot there. 8,000, just shy of 8,000 damage and 3 kills. Oh my god. Beautiful. The Kampfpanzer unfortunately did get a shot into him. But still, 8,001 damage. Insane. Mastery class, high caliber. Come on, man. What an absolute mastery showcase on how to play the Chieftain Mk. Oh my days. What, honestly, amazing. Like, I am still honestly shocked at how good that game was. Pure masterclass there, showcasing exactly how you should be playing the Chieftain Mk. And again, massive applauding to, I Love Lettuce as well for an amazing attempt. These two players are well and truly above my skill level. Like, these guys, these two honestly have way more skill than I do. All right, I may have more experience, but they have more skill. They're clearly better than me, especially Trapmelon. Like, he honestly is the GOAT. That is the Chieftain Mk, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new today. I hope you enjoyed those replays and basically showcasing how you need to play these tanks. This tank specifically in the way that they have been played. So, love you all. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see next. And as always, look after yourselves, look after your friends and family. Peace in the Middle East, and of course, stay safe on the battlefield. And to all my donators out there and my channel members, thank you so much for all the donations that you've given me. It's really, really amazing, all the support. And of course, to my channel members, thank you so much for the support as well. And yeah, love you all, and take care.